All right, let's do some sports now. We start with the end.
Margaret, is that people around the president are watching what is happening and are finally saying, my God, this cannot happen anymore. And they are coming forward, either as whistleblowers, as apparently as many as 2 people are going to do officially, but also leaking, which, by the way, is not a good thing. But an awful lot of this story is coming out because people who are in the room are talking to the Washington Post and the New York Times and to others.
Democrats are circling the wagons around a second whistleblower who apparently has firsthand knowledge of the president's call with Ukraine.
So that transcript, of course, has been released. So is there anything new that could be revealed, or is it just politics and the Democrats trying to confuse maybe a lot of voters with nonstop accusations and a lot of leaks?
Well, Bob Barr was one of the House managers during Bill Clinton's impeachment, and he joins us now with insight. Bob, good morning. So can the second whistleblower that was just revealed provide anything new that we don't already know?
Well, it's hard to tell, but regardless of what this new so-called whistleblower can do, this is a very, very dangerous precedent that we're very dangerous waters, so to speak, that we're entering into, where you have basically a sort of farm team of saboteurs waiting in the wings with apparently this outside law firm which specializes in this sort of conspiracy, waiting in the wings, and at the right moment, the Democrats or whoever trots another one out to embellish or to basically defend against deficiencies in what the earlier whistleblower says. And I think President Trump is right in saying, basically move forward with this or stop it, because this is going to set a terrible precedent for any future president.
Well, so the press secretary releases this statement. We're going to read it here. It doesn't matter how many people decide to call themselves whistleblowers about the same telephone call. It doesn't change the fact that he has done nothing wrong. Of course, the White House says we release a transcript. I think Democrats are saying, what if not everything is in the transcript? They think there might be more to learn, or they're hoping there's more to learn from this second person.
Well, here we have another problem, and that is, does the President of the United States have the right or the ability to keep confidential, sensitive information involving a conversation with a foreign leader? This has never been the case before, where some so-called whistleblower can just willy-nilly start releasing confidential, very sensitive, possibly sensitive information. So that's another problem we have here.
Yeah, I'm sure that a lot of world leaders are going to be watching what they say around the president now on those private phone calls. President Trump says he may not comply with the impeachment inquiry until Nancy Pelosi holds a full House vote on that. So how do you think that one is going to play out?
I think the president has a good point here. Every recent impeachment, President Nixon's, President Clinton's, the House dealt with the issue very, very formally, very professionally, and with precedent. That is, they filed and voted on a formal inquiry of impeachment that set parameters for the impeachment itself. They've not done so here because they want to give themselves an out in case it falls apart, and to avoid having Democrats facing re-election in pro-Trump states having to take a vote. So it's all political on the part of the Democrat, and I think the president is right to call him out.
Yeah, what does this look like? I mean, if this gets voted into an impeachment and it goes mostly right on party lines, doesn't that look a little bad that, that really only one side wanted to impeach a sitting president? Doesn't it look very political at that point and not really the right thing to do?
Certainly it does. It's impossible to color it any other way if that's what happens, and it seems that that's the path that we're on. Now, certainly, that's not likely to be the case in the Senate. You always have one or two folks that will change sides over there. But in the House, it is pure, unadulterated partisan politics.
Lindsey Graham said something interesting yesterday on Fox News. He said that if Democrats move forward with this impeachment, he's going to make sure that the whistleblower testifies in public. But does that break any sort of whistleblower protection laws? Because then we will know, of course, who these people are.
I don't think these are whistleblowers anyway. These are saboteurs. The traditional role of a whistleblower is somebody who sees something that otherwise would not be disclosed that relates to abuse, waste of government funds, and so forth. What we have here apparently is a whole group of individuals who have found a champion and some outside law firm that has made clear from the very start of the Trump administration in January 2017 that they are looking for information with which to undermine this presidency. This is, in a sense, a soft coup, not a whistleblower.
Interesting take. All right, Bob, thank you so much for coming on this morning. We do appreciate it.
Certainly.